Today's word of the day, just in researching some of these poses that we're getting into today, came across the word compassion, which we hear a lot about. And it is, I don't know, for me, kind of timely, finding myself getting frustrated with like people on our morning walk today, and like just having to cross the street to say socially distance, and challenging myself to have a little bit more compassion, especially in a time of fear and uncertainty, not only for other people, but for yourself. So yeah, have that stay with you for the day, for your practice. And as always, thanks for showing up. So today we're going to start in a tabletop position. Hands are about shoulder width apart, knees about shoulder width apart. And from here today, we're actually going to work on some areas of the body that can be neglected from time to time. Those being your hands and feet. We rely on them for a whole lot of stuff, and it's important to give them a little bit of compassion as well. So normally we stay here, fingers widen, pointing away from your body, but getting into a little bit more wrist mobility as we shift our weight from side to side, forward and back. Play around with the positioning of your wrist. So leaning forward, getting a little compression at the wrists, tops of the hands planting firmly down, fingertips point back towards your body as you shift your weight back, opening up your forearm muscles, wrist, creating a little bit of space there. From here, come back to a neutral spine, fingertips point out to the edges of your mat as you shift your weight side to side. From here, come back to a neutral spine. As you inhale, shine the heart forward, dropping your navel towards the ground, tilting the pelvis, shoulder blades come down your back. And exhale, press through. Nice arch through the back for your cat. Inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale, press through. Inhale, shine your heart forward, shoulders come down your back. Exhale, press it through. One more breath here. Inhale, shining forward. Exhale, press it through. Come back to a neutral spine. On your inhale, send the right leg long, planting those right toes on the mat as you rock forward and back, keeping that right leg extended, getting motion through the toes, the ankle, a little bit of a stretch through your gastroc, maybe the hamstring. From here, bring that right knee back into a tabletop. Inhale, abduct the right leg, so a little doggy potty stance here. And then from here, I want you to internally rotate the hips, so send that heel out wide as you kick back up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that knee through, so we're making slow circles here. Inhale, abduct, externally rotate, kick that right heel high. As you exhale, crunch it through. 3 more here. Nice, slow and controlled hip circles. Really taking this time. I know we speed through this one on our activation. Trying to be more conscious, more controlled, more compassionate. Last one here. Staying with this right leg, we're going to switch directions. So right heel goes high on your inhale. Externally rotate that right hip, send that right knee out long. Bring it back to the middle. Inhale, little mule kick, heel high. Externally rotate, sweeping around on your exhale. 3 more. Heel comes high, externally rotate, and around. Trying to keep those hips as square to the mat with this as possible. Last one here. On your inhale, staying with the right leg, kick that right heel high as you bring your chin up, imagining you're touching the top of your head to your heel. On your exhale, point the toe, arch the back, press through all 10 fingertips and crunch. Inhale, arch the back, kick the heel high. Exhale, point the toe, sweep it through, crunch it down. Inhale, high. Exhale, crunch. 2 more here. Last one. Send that right knee down to meet the left. Inhale, send that left heel long, toes planted on the mat as we rock forward and back. Feel the cracks, the pops. Getting motion through the toes, ankle, stretching out the gastroc and soleus. Left knee comes back to meet the right. Inhale, abduct that left leg, internally rotate, kick that left heel high. As you exhale, send it through. Inhale out to the side, externally rotate, left heel goes high. 3 more. Last one here. Now we're going to reverse the circles. Inhale, left heel goes high. Externally rotate, sweep around on your exhale, back to center. It's 2, 3 more. And last one here. Inhale, arch the back, send the crown of the head back towards the heel. Exhale, point the toe, sweep it through, arch the back. I think I've lost count, but we'll go for 2 more. Last one here. Left knee comes down to meet the right. Slowly make your way up into a kneeling position. Now from here, we're going to give our toes a little bit of love. Can be a bit intense, so allowing your body to stay with it as long as you can. And we're going to flow through about 3 different stretches for our toes. So from here, we're going to tuck our toes underneath our feet. As you exhale, sitting back, nice tall spine, onto the heels, opening up your toes. Doing your best to focus on your breath. When you've reached your limit, inhale, come out, tops of the feet go down, and on your exhale, sit back a little deeper. And keeping that chest up nice and tall. From here, inhale up to a kneel, tuck those toes. Exhale, send your sacrum back towards the tops of your heels. Challenge yourself to stay a little longer here this second time around. Doing your best to focus on anything but those toes. When you're ready, come out. Tops of the feet go down. Sit back. Last time here. Inhale up to a kneel. Tuck those toes. Exhale, sit back. Spine's nice and tall. You can feel this through your plantar fascia a little bit. Challenge yourself to stay for one more breath. Exhale, come up to a kneel, untuck those toes, sit back, let them relax. This next one, it may be helpful to have a blanket underneath your knees. So if you have one close, go ahead and grab it. Apologies, I forgot to remind you of that one. So on your inhale, come up to a kneel. Send that right heel out, toes rotate out to the right as they point up towards your right knee. Standing firmly through that left heel, toes are untucked on the left side. Inhale, right or left arm comes high. On your exhale, slide that right hand down towards your shin as you fold over the right side of your body. Gaze comes up and under that left arm. As you sink in, opening up the posterior aspect of your right leg. Opening up those intercostals on the left side. Expanding them with each breath. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, right knee comes back in to meet the left. Inhale, nice tall spine. Send that left heel out wide. Left toes point up towards the left knee. Right arm comes up. And on your exhale, slide that left hand down towards your left ankle. Looking that gaze up and under the right elbow, right armpit. Might feel that through your right QL a little bit. One more breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Left leg comes in to meet the right. From here, inhale, plant your hands into a tabletop. Exhale, tuck those toes and send the hips high. First down dog. Start to walk it out from side to side. Trying to press those heels down into the earth. Can set the blanket on the side for now. On your next inhale, slowly walk your hands towards the back of your mat. And we'll hang forward fold on your exhale. From here, inhale, raising the toes up off the mat, tucking your fingers up and under your feet so your toes are right at the crease of your wrist, okay?
So fingers are pointed back towards your heels. As you pedal from side to side, you're giving your wrists a little extra love, a little massage. Sway side to side. As you pull up on your toes on the bottoms of your feet to deepen that fold forward. You'll notice here with me, I have to take a slight bend in my knees to get that hinge at the hips. Get the pelvis rotating forward. Open up the low back. Trying to squeeze those shoulders away from your ears as you pull up on the toes and the bottoms of the feet. Inhale, untuck the hands. Send the feet out just a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Taking a slight bend in your left leg, bringing your forehead over towards your right knee and or shin as you grab for that right ankle to fold just a little bit deeper, opening up the backside of that right hamstring, right calf. Again, having a slight bend in that right knee is okay as long as you're challenging yourself to feel that openness and expansion through the posterior aspect of that right leg. One more breath here in this right-sided fold. Inhale, shift your weight back to center, straightening out that left leg, taking a slight bend in the right knee. As you exhale, folding over towards that left leg. Inhale, come back to center, and on your exhale, walk the hands out long, staying here for high plank. Widening the fingers, pressing firmly through both hands, arching the back just slightly, pinning those shoulder blades along your ribs. Trying to keep the back nice and flat, head slightly lifted, just to keep a neutral spine. Staying here in this high plank for a couple more breaths. Really pressing the earth away from you. Staying active through your glutes, through your core. Pelvic floor is engaged. On your next inhale, coming down for a low plank onto both forearms. Trying to keep that slight arch in your mid-back. Pressing your shoulder blades flat against your ribs. Inhale, shift your weight forward onto your tippy toes as you exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Inhale, on your exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Go through 10 of these, 5 on each side, nice and slow and controlled. Last one on each side. As you press back, downward facing dog. Shoulders should be nice and awake now. As you press through the palms, sending that chest back towards the thighs. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower down for that low plank. Trying to keep your hips square here as we dip from side to side, rocking the heels towards either side of the mat to follow your hips.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips high. Downward facing dog. Staying here with your hips lifted. On your inhale, press that chest back towards the tops of your thighs. Exhale, slowly lower down to your forearms, keeping the hips high. Heads lifted off the mat as you press through your shoulders and forearms. It's a modified down dog for your dolphin pose. A little bit more challenging here, more active through the upper body. On your next exhale, heels come together, knees go wide, send the hips back, child's pose. Take a couple open mouth exhales here. Let that heat that's been building release. On your next inhale, we'll come to a tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips high, down dog. Inhale, left leg goes high. On your exhale, sweep it through, knee to nose, plant that left foot between both hands. Press firmly through your right toes and your left heel as you bring your arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, spiral towards the right side of the mat, dropping that right heel perpendicular. Opening up for warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale, left elbow to the inner edge of your left knee. Right fingertips go high. Extended side angle. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, sweep the hands around, frame that left foot as you step it back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale for downward facing. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, sweep through. Coming up, high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, open up, right side of the mat. Keeping that lunge in the front left leg as your gaze goes out over those left fingertips. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, left fingertips go high. Keeping that lunge in the front left knee. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, windmill around. Plant the hands, lower down. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, send the hips high, downward facing. So we've got one more of those on your left. Feel free to flow through it at your own pace, matching your breath to your movement. We'll meet back here at down dog when you're ready. So inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, step through. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale up. Exhale, windmill around, lowering down. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Switching sides here. Take a nice deep breath in as you press back. Right leg goes high. Exhale, step through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up towards that left side of the mat. Warrior two. Gaze is out over those right fingertips this time. Inhale, stretch forward and back with the fingertips. Exhale, right fingers go high. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, right elbow to the inner edge of that right knee. Left fingertips high. Opening up that left side body. Inhale, up, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands around. Plant that right foot back. Lower down. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, down. Think you guys got the hang of this yet? Got 2 more rounds of this flow on that right side. So I'll let you guys match those breath to movement. Welcome to follow me as we go. One more time through. And we'll meet back at down dog. From here, walk your feet just halfway forward. Hands come back so you're right at about the center of your mat. As you let everything go, option to grab for opposite forearms, hinging at the hips, forward fold. From here, heel toe your feet out to the outer edges of your mat. Toes are pointed out, heels are in just slightly. Exhale, send those hips down low as the pelvis tucks underneath you. Sitting low for this Malasana Yogi squat. Now we played around with this guy a little bit a week or 2 ago, our crow pose. So we're going to revisit it, seeing if you guys have grown a little bit or, just checking in with where you're at. So if you have that blanket or pillow handy, having a little landing pad for your forehead in front of you. A block may come in handy if you have it to give yourself a little bit of a lift in the back, but not necessary. I'll show you how to do this from the floor again. So for me, I like my knees out a little bit wider. True crow is where the feet come in a little bit closer together and the knees are tucked into your armpits. from here, so this towel and or blanket is going to be a landing pad for your forehead. So your fingertips are going to be facing that blanket about 6 inches away from the tips of your toes. From here, playing around with just shifting your weight forward. Again, my knees are a little bit wider, so they're actually resting on my triceps, but you can have them tucked into your elbow or into your armpits as well. And just playing around with taking a little lift with 1 foot at a time, trying to play around with that body control as you press through your palms and your pelvis goes high. So imagine there's a string pulling your sacrum up towards the sky as you look out in front of you and begin to float. Taking about 30 seconds or more to play around, finding that balance. And wherever you find yourself, let's meet in the child's pose. So heels and toes come together, knees go out wide. Arms go long, forehead rests on the mat. Staying active through all 10 fingertips, pressing your chest back and down towards the mat. Shoulder blades are peeled away from your ears. Pelvic floor is engaged here. Inhale, come back up, tabletop. And on your exhale, all the way up to a kneeling position. So you guys are probably familiar with the reverse side of this, your Nordic lowerings. We're going to do a little bit of eccentric quad control here, kind of your own personal trust fall. So keeping your toes untucked, tops of the feet are planted firmly on the mat. Take a cross, little self-hug here with your arms grabbing for opposite shoulders. Inhale, nice tall spine, and keeping a straight back, slow and controlled. Lean back, keeping your quads engaged, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Glutes are turned on. Seeing how long you can hold this isometric contraction. Shifting your weight forward when you're done. Try that again. Inhale, nice tall spine. On your exhale, shifting back, trying to keep that top of your body from your knees up towards the top of your head, a nice straight line. Core is engaged here. Quads and glutes are obviously turned on. Breathing here, challenging yourself, feeling the burn in the quad. One more time here, little personal trust fall. Exhale, send your weight back. Holding those quads engaged. Exhale, coming out. It's a little prep here for your camel pose. This one is actually very challenging for me. Some people may get a little lightheaded, so just being cautious with what your body's telling you. It's a heart opener. It's a connection between your heart chakra and your third eye, the root of your wisdom. So that connection between wisdom and compassion. So from here, fingertips are going to be placed just above the sacrum, pointing down towards your glutes. Thumbs go out wide as you tuck your elbows back behind you. Inhale, nice tall spine, and slow and controlled on the exhale. Just take a little bend as that chin comes up towards the sky. Shining your heart forward. Option to stay right here in the supported back bend. Or if you want to deepen into the back bend, untuck those toes, or I guess tuck the toes. So raising the heels up just a little bit, one hand at a time, reaching for that heel. Right hand and then left as you shine. And when you're ready, we'll meet back down in a child's pose. Again, coming out of that nice and slow and controlled. Sometimes you can feel a little queasiness in your stomach as well. So just allowing yourself to reconnect to the earth, stay grounded here. On your next inhale, come up to a tabletop. And then down to a comfortable seated position. From here, again, it might be beneficial to have that slight lift if you have your blanket or your towel handy, folding it over on itself so you get just a little slight lift in your pelvis sitting on the very edge. We're going to come into a half butterfly. So rather than having both feet touching, we're going to send that right leg out at about a 45-degree angle. Just coming up on that edge of the towel or the blanket if you have it. Right toes are pointed up towards the right knee. Inhale, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, reaching forward as far as your body's going to allow you. Which for me is not very far. Inhale, slowly come back up to a seated position. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, we're going to fold, reaching that right hand over towards the right foot. Similar to the gate pose that we were doing on our knees earlier in class today. So still looking that gaze up and under the left elbow, left armpit, as you reach in, stretching out the backside of that right leg, planting that left hip down into the mat so we're not coming up off of that left hip. So you feel a little opening maybe in your left QL, left low back. Inhale, come back up to a nice tall spine. On your exhale, switch the legs out. So left leg goes long, right foot comes to the inner edge of that left thigh. Inhale, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, hinging at the hips and folding forward. Inhale, slowly come up, nice tall spine. On your exhale, right arm comes up overhead. Left fingertips reach for the left toes as your gaze comes up and under that right elbow, right armpit. Opening up the lower back on the right side, hamstring on the left. Inhale back up to a nice tall spine. On your exhale, send that left leg long and the right leg. So both legs are out nice and long in front of you. Inhale, arms come up overhead as you fold forward. Remembering to hinge at the hips. Taking a slight lift will help. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Slight bend in the knees is okay as you try and get that forehead as close to the kneecaps as you can.
One more breath here in the fold. Inhale one vertebrae at a time. Slowly come back up to a seated position. On your inhale, point the toes away from your chest. And on your exhale, slowly lower down all the way to your back. Inhale, right knee to chest. Right toes are pointed up towards the knee. Give a squeeze, circle it out. Inhale, left fingertips to the outer edge of the right knee. On your exhale, take that spinal twist so right knee comes up and over the left leg. Right fingertips go out long. Gaze goes over that right shoulder towards the right fingertips. Inhale, bring the right knee back into your chest, back to center. Exhale, take a bend in that left knee, placing the right ankle on top of the left knee. Inhale, reach behind that left hamstring. As you exhale, pulling that left knee up towards your chest as you press that right knee away from you. So you got a little figure 4 laying here on your back. Option to sway side to side. Inhale, plant that left foot down. Right heel goes high as you exhale, sending that right leg down flat to the mat. Inhale, bring the left knee into the chest. Exhale, circle it out. Give it a squeeze. Inhale, right fingertips go to the outer edge of the left knee. On your exhale, left fingertips go along to the left side and bringing that left knee up and over the right leg for a supine twist. Gaze is out over that left shoulder towards the left fingertips. Hips are stacked on top of each other. Shoulders are pinned down into the mat. Toes are actively engaged and pointing up towards the knee. On your next inhale, come back to neutral. Take a bend in that right knee, planting the right foot down on the mat. Exhale, left ankle comes to the top of that right knee. Inhale, reach through for the back side of the right hamstring. Exhale, pull that right knee in towards your chest. Press that left knee away from your body. Take a gentle rock side to side. Inhale, plant that right heel down. On your exhale, left heel goes high as you send both legs nice and long. Feet go out wide, hands go out wide, taking up as much or as little space as you need. Offering your mind and body this place of stillness, this place of peace.
letting any distractions that may cross your path easy come, easy go. And when you're ready, bringing that attention and that focus back to your mind, back to your body. Start to make some small movements, fingertips and toes, reconnecting with those very important parts of your body. Take a slight bend in the knees, moving into some bigger movements. Sway side to side with the knees, a little windshield wiper action. Slowly making your way into a fetal position. And then eventually into a comfortable seated position. Reconnecting with that intention from the beginning of class, that compassion for yourself, for your neighbors. Take a nice deep breath in. Bring your hands in a prayer position to heart center. Exhale. Bring that up to your third eye, making that connection between your heart and your wisdom, that mind to your heart. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Namaste.